طيب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. Uh, First of all, before I start, I would like to thanks SDNOC for this opportunity. My name is Ahmed Abdulaziz. I am ONF ambassador. So I'm going to present a light talk about the Open Network Foundation project. This is the agenda. I give a brief overview about the SDN and the development of the SDN. Then I will try to compare between traditional network and SDN network. After that, I will talk about the advantages and of the decoupled control plane from data plane. If I have enough time, I will continue with the SDN architecture, but I have just 5 minutes, so I will try to stick with this 5 minutes. The idea of the SDN started in 2008 in Stanford University at the small project called STAN. They are developed open flow project, but in 2011 the ONF Open Network Foundation is established. ONF is the non-profit organizations. And this organization lead the open source project that go with the line of the SDN concept. I mean the concept of the decouple of the control plane from data plane. In 2011, the ONF had the white paper called Software-Defined Network, the new norm of the network. In 2012, the official Open Flow protocol. This is the protocol that manages the messages between the control plane and data plane. What the issues? The version of the protocol, I think now is 1.6. In 2014, the first open network, open source network system called ONOS. And this network operating system is designed for service provider to manage the network based on the centralized management of the network. In 2016, the CORD solutions was started, and CORD is the instead of central office 3 architecture as a data center, I think, and this is the CORD come to replace the traditional central office that uses in the traditional telecommunication and service provider. Actually, I have animation in this slide, but unfortunately they put in the PDF, but I will try to explain in brief the difference between SDN and traditional network. At the right side, we have a traditional network. The blue shape is the maybe switch or router in traditional network. This device had two functions: controlling functions and forwarding functions. When a new packet is coming to the switch, so a switch can decide to forward this packet based on the network operating systems that installed in the device, and based on the configuration of the network administrator. The network administrator will configure the device and starting creating the forwarding table or the routing table. In the SDN, also we have a two-plane or two-layer, control layer and data layer. But in the SDN, they are decoupled. They are separate the control plane from data plane, and the devices become without any network operating system. When the new packet come to the switch must ask the controller or network operating systems about the route of the packet. Then controller will answer switch or start in building the flow table or routing table dynamically. So this is the difference between the traditional network and SDN network. So actually we have a lot of advantages for the decoupled control plane from data plane. She said stop. Thank you very much. 1 minute. 30 seconds. So I will go to the important slide. This is the ONF. ONF, as I said, is the non-profit organizations. Open Network Foundation work in the open source project. It take the open source project and make a standard for this open source project and give to the vendors. This is the main functions or the main rule of the ONF. We have a lot of open source projects like ONOS. We have many simulation for the SDNs, and we are also work with the other foundation like Linux Foundation and OpenStack Foundation. All these organizations are work together to use the open source network project, make a standard and give to the vendor. Thank you.